Hi everybody, we are back again with another episode and I'm here sitting with one of my students and she was there in the last video also. You know her. If you don't know her, let me introduce her. She is my student and she is one of my senior students and her name is Parvati, and we are here today to have a conversation and we have a lot of things in our mind. We are going to talk about mainly three topics. So the first topic is we are going to talk about English, spoken English, and how you can improve spoken English. And the second topic will be Stoicism. You can see the books here on our table. We're gonna talk about Stoicism. This has changed our life. Parvati and I have been reading Stoicism, following some Stoics on internet, and we are lucky to have some Stoics. We are just doing all these things. And the third topic that we will be talking about is the social media distraction. These days, you know that no matter how determined you are, how persistent you are, so social media distracts you every now and then. So without further ado, let's jumpstart this conversation. Hello, Parvati.
Hi.
So Parvati, I want to ask you a lot of questions. So first of all, it's been 2 years that you have been learning English from me. So I would like to know, how long did you practice English today?
Today I've practiced 30 minutes yet, but it was not the fixed time. Like especially every day I practice in the evening. So that is what I'm gonna do also today. And today, while I was coming back from somewhere, I was just describing each and everything, what I was just saying in front of me. Like there was a lot of things beside the both side of the road, and I was just describing. And when I saw each and everything, I was also stucking a lot because I don't know a lot of words. Sentences were not coming in my mind. Then I thought that, oh my God, now I need a practice. Then as soon as I just got back home, I just put my bag aside, I just freshened up myself, and then I just started practicing. And it was maybe 30 minutes I practiced today. And also I'm gonna do practice in the evening, which I do every day.
Yeah, when we are shooting this video, it's just 5:30 now, 5:30 in the evening, and she is going to do a lot of practice. It's still, when do you go to bed?
I go to bed, every day I try to go to bed earlier, like around 10 to 10:30. But for some reason, it becomes late. I go to bed at 11.
Okay, so she gets late. She goes to bed at 11, and before that, it's 5:30 when we'll be done with this shooting. I think it will be close 6:37, and then she will go to home, and then she will be practicing, right? So I just want to know, and everybody out there, last time we did a conversation, I got a lot of good messages, and some people contacted me, and I got Vishal Chaudhary and Vishal Chaudhary from Gujarat and Khadija from Kerala. They contacted me. They want to learn English, and I felt really elated to know that people really want to learn English. And yeah, spoken English is very important. I'm not saying that it is life, but I'm saying at least in India it is very important, and you see that people try to project their status through this language. So at least if you want to compete with the generation, then it is very important that you learn English, right? So yeah, I'm here, guys, and you can see the number that you can contact me, this number 9614947480. Contact me if you want to take a class. Also, you can contact me through email, and the email address you can see on the screen. Also, you will get in the description. So while we are talking about English, and you know that it's very hard living in a society where everybody is speaking a different language, and you are trying to speak English, you hardly get the support. So may I know, do you still face that problem that you have to kick yourself every single day, right? And you push yourself and you go and practice. Do you still do that?
Yeah, of course. Like every single day, whenever I go to practice, first thing which struck me, that that bad dog of mine. Like it always howls at me that don't do it, because you have already done a lot of practicing. Don't do it, don't do it. And at the same time, a lot of people are there in my society, like in my home, especially those who always say to me, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what will you get? Especially as a girl, like, what are you gonna achieve in future? So I have to kick myself every single time instead of having a lot of problems. Like, I always believe that if they're just saying to me that not to do it, then it is an opportunity for me to kick myself that no, if they're saying that, then you have to definitely prove something. So for that reason, every single day whenever I just practice, I just say one thing to myself, like, see, like, no matter what, when you'll be just doing something, whenever you just fall in a dilemma, no matter what, you are only with yourself. And when you will be achieving something, also there will be no one, only some people will say, I knew that you'll be achieving it. So every single time I just kick myself. Still I say to myself that you have to do it no matter what. Even before some days I was just having a lot of cough, and I was just saying, no, now I think I need to take some rest. But I was saying, like, the cough will go away, but the practice, we will be doing it. So that is how I just push myself every single time.
Yeah, and if I talk more about the society's mentality, like it is like, I'm not criticizing. I'm saying, like, why it happens, because let's say somebody like the typical society we are living in, where if you are doing something good, then people stop you from doing that. But if you are doing what they are doing, then they get encouraged. They feel like, yes, we have got another member in our group, right? So once my trainer told me that be the minority, don't follow the herd, that actually I made a brain tattoo of it. I to be honest, I actually understood the depth of what he was saying. His name is Pranab Boiragi. Okay, that's the man I never disclosed, but he's my trainer, and I'm so, like, whenever I'm in dilemma, as you said, like, I remember his face. He was a different guy. Like, I never made up. Like, yeah, I saw a lot of people. I read about a lot of people in books, and I saw a lot of people on the internet, but I've never met any person in my personal life like him. So he's a different kind of a person, and he really taught me a lot of things. And he's so humble, and I learned a lot of humility from him. So I learned one thing, that the mastery, that if you want to, acquire mastery on any subject, your job is to keep practicing. And that's what I suggest, right? I always suggest you people that go and practice, focus on practice. And if you want, like, don't get too confused with the kind of glamour, the kind of self-image which is created when you have learned this language, and people are gonna look at you differently. Don't like, it happens. Like in India, you see that whenever you speak English in a society where another language is cheaply spoken, then yeah, you get a different kind of celebrity hospitality, so and if we get distracted by that thing, then I think we will forget to do the real work, right? So yes, and I would like to talk about another aspect of learning English, because you have become senior students of mine. Do you feel the kind of complacency that I always talk about, that yes, I have done enough practice? I think sometimes, as you said, that the bad dog howls in your head, and it makes you believe that what's the point of practicing more? Like, you have learned how to speak English, and that is dangerous. Like, it actually takes you to a particular place where you don't see any improvement when you're doing it, but yeah, the improvement is waiting. Probably 2 years, in 2 years time you will get that, but currently you are not getting it. So it really forces you to get so satisfied that you don't feel like practicing. Does it happen to you?
Yeah, of course. As I was just saying that every single day, whenever I practice, that bad dog howls and it says that, like you have done enough practicing, don't do it, just do something fun, do something fun. And there are a lot of things which you can do to entertain yourself, like go there, watch some YouTube videos from where you can get some enjoyment. Just do it. But no, like also I was just saying, like the practicing is up to me. Like when I am doing the practicing, I know that next day I'll be performing well. If I will be just giving up listening to that bad dog, it may harm my English, it may harm a lot of things. Like in future I have a goal, I have a dream which may not accomplished. So for that reason you should have farsightedness, like what may happen in future. Like if you are not gonna do it, what may happen. Also, if you are doing the practicing, if you are doing those works on time, what may happen. So with that farsightedness, with that thinking about future, you can take the decision, which I do every single day. Every single time I just sit with myself, that just listen to me. What do you want? Like in future, you just want to do anything, or you just simply want to be like a lot of people, which are those who have no goals, those who have like no purpose in life. They're just simply doing what in their fate.
And sorry to interrupt. Like we have gone through those lives, those phases of life. Like when we didn't have goals in life, when we used to wake up whenever we felt like waking up. We had gone through those times. Like I'll be talking about the importance of having a morning routine when we'll be talking about in our next topic about Stoicism, because Stoicism, taught you and me, the kind of lessons that we have learned, that having a routine in life is very important. So absolutely, and yes, for that reason I think we should not think about others. We can simply look at ourselves, that how I was 10 years ago. Like I was the exact person that I don't want to become right now, right? So it's tough, and I think yeah, we were talking about.
One more thing is that every single time, whenever you are just practicing on your own goal, you have to see that whether you are just able to make the new version of yours or not. Like every day, at the end of the day, when you are just going to bed, you are just doing a journaling, and you are just putting all the day in front of your eyes. Like, okay, these are the works I have done, and I think I have taken the next step. So it is very important to do the visualization that yes, these are the things I've done, and the next day you are just also planning for the next day. The next day also I'm going to practice, I'm going to take a new step. So it is very important every single time whenever you are just doing on your work.
Yeah, absolutely. And since we are talking about English, and our goal is to be the next better version of our yesterday, like the kind of performance I was giving yesterday, I want that my performance to be better today, and tomorrow it would be a new version of itself. So of course, one more thing I would like to talk about is that often students forget that they think, okay, I have done enough. But the point is, if you really want to talk about the kind of fluency that everybody wants to get, and yeah, it takes the full lifetime to be fluent in a particular language, and there is endless things to learn, right? I'm talking about the vocabularies. Like if I talk about my styles of acquiring vocabularies. It could be listening. I listen to podcasts every single day, and I read a lot of books. So I read for, let's say, on a busy day, I read 30 to 45 minutes. And on a non-busy day, I read for about 2-3 hours. So when I read, I get, especially I love reading newspaper. I love spending at least an hour every day, so that like I get a lot of updated words and situational words that I get, and I can use them in my conversation. So for me, these are the basic source where I get the words, and I know that vocabularies are the thing that you feel really confident when you are speaking English. What is your style of acquiring vocabularies, or the other things? It could be phrasal verbs, idioms, and you know that it is really a great deal of hard work that you have to put in order to be able to speak and to be able to speak English effectively, right? So what is your style of acquiring vocabularies?
So first of all, listening. Like every time, whenever I just listen to a podcast, or no matter whatever kind of video is it, I just make sure that it is in English. And every single time I discover some new words and new sentence structures as well. And the beauty of listening is that you not only get the word, not only get the sentence structure, you also get the pronunciation of it. So it's a good source of getting all those things. But if I talk about mine, then most of the time I get words from books. Like I've read a lot of books, and from there I take out some notes, and from there I also learn a lot of things, like new words, some phrasal verbs, some idioms, and all those sort of things. And the most I enjoy to find them. And also I go to my physical dictionary to find them, like what does it mean, or like maybe I'm just getting a simple sentence structure. I try to apply them on my personal conversation. So my source of getting all those words and things is books, and also listening is a very good thing from where I get.
If you ask me, that the long term ability to be able to remember all the words that you are getting and writing down in your diary, is that make sure you make a good use of those vocabularies. So like every day when you are having a conversation, our tendency is to play around the comfortable words that we are very used to. But if you change the tactic, if you change your pattern, and just you take a pause, or you just excuse yourself and you say, okay, give me a second, let me remember that word which I wrote last time. I want to use that word here. Then you see the scenario changes, and you learn a lot of words. And because if you don't bring those words in your conversation, there is no point of just memorizing. I know a lot of people, they know a lot of words, but when it comes to having a conversation, you see that they're not able to bring those words in the conversation. So that sounds and that looks very funny. What's the point of knowing all the words? Yeah, when you are reading a book, you can understand. You don't need a dictionary, and you understand everything. But actually, we humans love having conversations. Okay, so I think for me, when I feel like, okay, I'm not able to speak English effortlessly or fluently, it's because that I lack vocabularies. I just I have to work on that. So this is the time for our next topic, and our next topic is Stoicism. And you can see the books on the table, the Daily Stoic. Okay, and these are our books, and we have our individual copies. This copy is mine, and this copy is hers, Parvati's. And there are 3 books, and we have been reading Stoicism for a while, and we have learned a lot of things. We have implemented those wisdom in our life, and we are so happy that we got exposed to that particular wisdom and the philosophy. Yeah, and in this second discussion, we are going to talk about that. So Parvati, first of all, I would like to know from you that what have you learned from Stoicism? I have learned a lot, but I'll talk about my part later. But I would like to know, what have you learned from Stoicism?
Like there are a lot of things which I've learned from the mentor of mine, like Ryan Holiday. My follow, like from the core of my heart, because initially when I used to listen to him, I used to get stuck. I used to think that, oh my God, what are the things he's saying? But afterward, when I just kept listening to him, I've got a lot of suggestions. Especially, that I have the virtue memento mori in the cover of my phone, and I do believe in it because, like the way Ryan Holiday explains this, it's very fascinating. And I used to have this sort of thing that, oh my God, what will happen when I die? What will happen with my things? What will happen with that people? Blah blah blah. Then I thought that no, like there isn't any fact. When I'll be just dying, nobody just will be caring, like except my parents maybe. Even they will be just forgetting after some time. But however, then I just realized that there isn't any fact thinking about those past things, but about my present. The time I have into my hand, how can I utilize that? Like whether I'm just simply thinking about wasting that time thinking about that what may happen when I'm gonna die, or I'm just simply implementing the time on my work that okay, maybe it could be the last conversation of mine, like maybe it could be the last day, so I can accomplish all those those unfinished work which I haven't finished yet. So this is the number one thing I've learned. And there is also a thing, amor fati, that I love everything, no matter whatever is happening, I love everything. And most of the thing what I can learn from that, like how can I utilize those things, like there is a story which Ryan Holiday explains, like Thomas Edison, when he got a fire in his godown, he just called his son and he just said that ask your mother and all her friends that they are not gonna see the same thing once again. That no matter whatever has happened, they just had happened. You can't do anything about it. Now what can you do after that? Like you have made a mistake. Now what can you learn from that? So these are the things I've learned, and it just changed my life a lot.
Okay, so basically what you were saying is that it changes the pattern of your thinking and your beliefs, right? There are beliefs that I matter the most. The earth is spinning for me. We are very we live our life at the body conscious level. So it takes, like it basically puts question mark, this particular philosophy puts question mark next to all our wrong beliefs, right? So I think Stoicism is a very hard philosophy which might intimidate you initially when you were learning it, when you were going through it, when you were applying it in life. But after that you realize that yes, death is the reality, right? As you mentioned that the back cover is your back cover, that you have customized it with memento mori, where it really reminds you, like when you remind yourself the mortality, that okay, I'm here for a very brief time, right? And that really helps you to understand that yes, I think I have to do a lot of meaningful things before I leave. And I would like to talk about, there is a nice expression by Marcus Aurelius which I heard from Ryan Holiday. And Mr. Ryan Holiday is doing a great job, really. He is simplifying the ancient wisdom into a very simple language, so which is a nice thing. That tolerant with others and strict with yourself, which is kind of a thing I think I should make a brain tattoo of it. Like a lot of times, let me talk about it a little bit, then I would like to ask you this. Often it happens that we lose patience with ourselves. Like let me give you an example. So I ordered 4 books, and usually when I order for books, any books on a particular website, I get the notification that, hey, within 24 hours, I get the notification that your books have been, shipped. And this is the tracking ID. So a couple of days ago, it happened that I ordered books and I didn't get the shipping ID even after 3 days. So I got really impatient. And that line struck me, and I suddenly remembered that line, tolerant with yourself, like patience is the key, So, and tolerance, and when, like, I'm going to tolerate a kind of a very bitter situation, right? And that, it is kind of a skill, right? Not like when I lose the awareness that yes, tolerance is really important, because a lot of times the way I want my life should go, or the way I want things should happen to me, a lot of times it doesn't happen like that. So tolerance plays a very important role. And when we strict to ourselves, then we basically understand that yes, it is very important that you strict to yourself, because you strict with yourself. Let's say you have taken a particular, what can I say? It could be an oath. Let's say you promised yourself that you won't do this, and that particular thing is tempting you, that hey, just tempting you, that you have to do it, you have to eat me, or you have to do that. But you are strict with yourself. You're not going to do it. So both these words, I think, play a major role in our life. Either you show that tolerance with yourself or with others. And yes, we have to follow these two words.
As you were just talking about patience, it is very, very important. Like, I can give you my example. Like, I'm very, very impatient. No matter whether it could be the chewing the food, whether it could be reading a book, anything. Like once, then I was just watching a video and I just got astonished. I was thinking that, how is it possible? The anchor of the video, he was just simply saying that you can practice patience, that simply put the favorite food of yours in front of you and just wait. And just see the time, that how long you can patient for that food. Then I just tried it, and believe me, I couldn't do it. But at the same time, when I chew a food, it really doesn't take me a lot of time. I just simply put the food, and I don't know how long does it take. I don't have patience. So in every area of your life, if you don't have this particular thing, patience, I think your life is gonna be a hazy kind of thing. You are just gonna be in a hustle and bustle life. Like in future, what will happen? You will not get any path. You'll be just you will just get lost.
Or let's say, if I try to put it, you were talking very simply, but if I have to put it in a simple way, that without patience we can't be successful. Be it any path. Right? I always talk about language learning, which is the easiest thing in the world. It is not a mountain climbing or something like that. They are very hard things, right? But I'm talking about learning a language which is a very easy thing. Patience plays a very important role. Like when you came here to learn English, you spend your 3 months, you didn't see any improvement. But after 7 months, you suddenly, boom, something happened and you saw, like now I'm able to speak English. So you had to press that button of patience, and you had to wait for the right time, and it happened, right? Also, I would like to talk about procrastination, like which really, I feel, there was Ryan Holiday once saying, like, I don't have the book Meditation by Marcus Aurelius, but he's, I think, very popular video. I've shared the link in the description, guys. Please check it out, where he's sharing that the most popular video of his channel, where he's saying, in the meditation, it is written, Marcus Aurelius jotted it down in his meditation, that everybody, every insects, every animals are doing their work. and you are in the bed in the morning thinking, I should wake up an hour later, like which is nothing but a result of procrastination, and we all procrastinate. So how do you deal with you have recently read a book, and it's one of your favorite books, Eat That Frog, where procrastination has been well explained. Please.
Yeah, like I was about to talk about this book, Eat That Frog, which has just changed my life according to time management. Like before that book, I can say that I used to have a life which is very unproductive. Like I used to wake up late. As soon as I used to wake up, I used to watch my mobile and think that, oh my god, like when I'm gonna get my breakfast. Like I used to do each and every work with a unproductive way, and all those my important works were unfinished. So after that, like when you just recommended me that book, Eat That Frog, and I was like, that impatient thing also happened to me. Like I was not patient. I was just continuously thinking about that. Wow, how can I read it? Like I was just procrastinating that book. So then when I just kept reading, I thought that no, literally, it's very, very important to finish your work. Like maybe it doesn't mean that you have to finish your work. It means that a big work you have to finish in a day. Just split the work into some parts so that it can be easier for you to do it.
Yes.
So I have just learned it.
You can start with the smallest part.
Yeah. Which I've learned. Like nowadays, maybe if I think about that, I have a hard work, then I just split into some parts. I just do some of them in the morning, some of them in the afternoon, and I just finish it at night. So that is how I just got rid of procrastination. Still, I procrastinate a lot. Like sometime I don't practice, sometime I don't read. So still I have that habit. But I was also watching a video of Ryan Holiday where he was just explaining some quotes of Marcus Aurelius. And he was just saying that Marcus Aurelius once having a conversation with himself, where he was saying that, I just want to sleep more. Then he again says that, no, it's important. It's important to wake up. Like each and everything in this world, except human being, they're just doing their own work. Even a bee, they're just going outside to do their work. So you also have to wake up. Then again he says that, like, isn't it very important to sleep for some hour more? And he said, like, yeah, I agreed, but don't you think that your work is more important than your sleep? So I have just learned all those things. Like I really have no idea whether I can do those things or not, like whether I've accomplished that procrastination kind of thing or not. But my life got changed ever since I've started following Ryan Holiday's those videos, and also I've read that book, Eat That Frog. I have got rid of that.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you were saying that, yeah, I don't know whether I have accomplished it or not, but I have a suggestion for you, is that I think once I was listening to Sandeep Maheshwari, and he was saying that it is our, like it is every day's battle, right? As you take a bath every day, as you brush teeth, it's like you have to motivation, or I think motivation is a very wrong word here, but I think the self-awareness is the thing that you have to work on every single day, right? As soon as you wake up every single morning, that morning is different from all the mornings you had in the past. So you have to redecorate that morning. It's a new morning, and it's a new morning, and I'm also the new version of myself. So for that reason, I think we should not focus on the accomplishments. Like there is no what can I say? There is no end line. What is it called? Finish line. Yeah, there is no finish line that, okay, if you reach there, then it is done. Basically, it is not. Basically, if you look at life, then you see the same problem in some different forms appear every single day. And you have to deal with those same problems with your current updated version of your solutions. or your personality, which I think that's what I'm saying, that it's so you have to, and I always apply this particular wisdom that yes, it is important that make sure that I'm not chasing the finish line, but I'm enjoying, or I'm not enjoying, but make sure that I'm able to do the things that are important right now. You know what I mean? Okay, and there is another thing that I would like to talk about is that there are three words. Is this necessary? Like, let's say for an example, whenever I'm on Amazon and I love books, so I have already a lot of unread books, but still I browse a lot of books on Amazon. My favorite books, they are in the cart and wish list. So every time I feel like, okay, I should buy this book, I should buy this book. So these particular these three words really help me. Is this necessary? Like, I have already a lot of unread books in my shelf, so should I buy it, or like, is this necessary? So do you think it is important to just have this one line conversation before you take a step, that is this necessary?
Yeah, absolutely. You should have that particular line, is this necessary, every single time on your mind. Because what happens, it is not only about book. Like, a lot of time, whenever I just scroll Amazon or Flipkart, I just stuck on a product. I think that, should I buy this? Should I buy this? Like, maybe it is not necessary for me. I think that, okay, like, maybe I don't need it. Maybe my sister, my mother. Every single time also, whenever I just go for shopping, I think that I should buy it. I should buy it. Maybe I'm in an accessory shop and I'm thinking that I should buy this pen because this pen is looking gorgeous. So every single time when you are just reminding yourself that, really, is this necessary for you? Then you can see a change. Like, no, I already have a lot of pen.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah. It helps you in your decision making ability.
Yes, absolutely. Like, it helps you to remind about all those things which you already have.
Yes.
Like, if you are just scrolling about new books, you have to think that, is this necessary? You already have a lot of books in your bookshelf, so you have to finish them first. Let's see that how long does it take you to finish them. Then you can buy easily new books. Like, books are not just going away. Books are not saying that, okay, just buy me, otherwise I'll be just finishing. So you can wait for some time, you can finish the past books, then you can try for new. So it is very important to put this line into your head.
Yes, and we have learned from Stoicism, of course, and I am a very big fan. Parvati and I are big fans of Stoicism, and Ryan Holiday, again, a lot of gratitude and thanks to this person who really planted the kind of seed of reading books. Like, this guy has a bookstore, and this guy writes books every year. This person has a wonderful website where if you sign up, then you get every day a stoic message, which really helps. It is called kind of a meditation that you get in your email, so you get the link in the description also. So he's a very disciplined guy because he's very productive. He has his own podcast, and I really love listening to him on Spotify, Daily Stoic Podcast. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, this guy. And honestly, I have, Parvati and I have changed a lot in about our life. Last line that I would like to talk about is that the importance of having a morning routine, like, which I also learned from one of his videos, that it's really, really important that you wake up every morning with a purpose, and when you start your day well, that sets the tone of the day, right? When you start your morning well, when you start your first few hours well, that sets the tone of the day. What do you think about that?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for this question. Because what happens when you don't have a plan for your day, like, maybe you just get motivated that I have to wake up early, but as soon as you are just waking up around 5:30 to 6, you are just scrolling your mobile. Then what's the fact of waking up early? you have to have a plan that after waking up, I have to freshen up myself, then I'll be just doing some exercises, then I'll be just jumping into some readings, as I do every single day. Like after waking up, I just read some couple of pages. From there, I just get some lines from where I do some meditation on them, and I just love to have a plan.
Okay, I would like to ask you a question. That is the routine in your mind, or you write down something?
I write down. Like before the night, I always just love to do journaling. It is my hobby. So on that particular place, I just write down that what are the things I'm gonna do next morning after waking up, because it really helps me to make my day. It really helps me to arrange the whole day in some strategy. So yes, what I was talking about is that it is very important to have a plan. If you will be just going according to those plans, then you will see at the end of the day you have done already a lot of productive thing, which may give you some energy, which may give you some motivation that okay, next day I'll again wake up early, again I'll be just doing those works. Otherwise what will happen? Like I haven't accomplished any work, so what's the matter of fact to wake up early? So these are the questions will just stuck you. But when you will be just doing some productive thing, your mind will say, no, you have to wake up, no, you have to wake up, because you have done a lot of thing. So it is very important to have a plan.
Yeah, and when you start your morning, right, it's a habit.
Yeah.
Right, in our subconscious mind, we are developing a habit. We don't realize that, but 2 years down the line, we see, oh my God, like now I wake up. I don't need an alarm clock, which can wake me up. Like my body has become an alarm, right? I go to bed on time, I wake up on time, and that is an achievement, big achievement, right? And more or less, some days it happens that you are not able to follow a particular routine that you have set for yourself. But you have to forgive yourself. Sometimes if you are very strict with yourself, then I think it becomes a burden and you don't enjoy the process. So that doesn't mean that you indulge the kind of what can I say? Like indulge the kind of flawed side of yourselves, the kind of what can I say, like the negative sides of yourself. You don't do that, but you are like, it happens. We are human beings, we are, a lot of times it happens that we are not consistent, I'm not saying because that it happens to me a lot of time. I'm saying that it happens, and if you are consistent, if you never skip from your stuffs that you do every day, then congratulations. I'm a biggest fan of yours if you are doing it. And if you're doing it, please let us know in the comment section that you are doing it, and what's your morning routine. You can share in the comment section below so that we can learn, right? Both of us can learn, because that's the thing. So that's all about our second topic. It was Stoicism. I hope you people have learned a lot of things, and not learned, but at least got some points. This book is a fascinating book. Like, we have been reading the Daily Stoic. There are 366 meditations on wisdom, okay, perseverance and the art of living. Okay, this book has been written by Mr. Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman, and this book is available on Flipkart and Amazon. So you will get the link also in the description. Please check that out. And please, if you are not a reader, if you don't feel like reading, this book actually provides you with everyday's meditation, meaning 1-page wisdom. So it takes hardly 15 minutes to read and grasp the concept of the book, and this is how you can develop your reading habit. So it's time for our third conversation, and we are all ready to start our third conversation. Third topic is social media distraction. Now, if you are a student, if you go to school, college, universities, then this topic is the topic right now which you have to give a presentation on, or you have to talk about this topic in a debate or a group discussion. And I often ask my students to have a group discussion among them, and also sometimes I also ask them to have a debate on it. Though I don't like debating, my student knows it very well that when the debate is going on, everybody is trying to prove their own points, and no matter how wrong they are just very adamant with their own points. So I don't like for that reason. But yeah, group discussion is a good thing, and I always ask my students to understand, the opposite person's point of view, which is very important, and this is how you learn a lot. I may be wrong, I may be right, I don't know. My students know it very well. So without further ado, let's just jump upon this topic: social media distraction. Do you get distracted by social medias?
Highly. Like every day I have to fight with myself, like only because of my phone. Like every single time, whenever I just go on YouTube, I just get stuck. I can't get myself away from that particular thing. Like maybe I'm just watching an animated video, I just get stuck. I just go into that channel, I just watch each and every video of that. The channel, no matter whatever kind of channel is it, is of course it is in English, but still it is a distraction, isn't it?
Do you watch short videos on YouTube?
Yeah. Like
and like when you watch short videos, you feel like I don't know. Like I was listening to a neuroscientist the other day, and he was talking about the dopamine release, which really helps us to do the same pleasurable things again and again, and we sort of get stuck in a loop of watching that short videos and the same kind of content. I love to listen to philosophy and other stuff, so it comes again and again and again and again, and by the time I finish, I see, oh my god, like I have watched 40 short videos. So does it happen to you?
Yeah, of course. Like I don't watch shorts very often, but whenever I just get into it, as I was saying, that I can't stop myself to get away from that. So I just try to neglect that, but it's very hard to get undistracted from your mobile or any kind of screen, whatever you are just watching in front of you.
And it's very difficult, by the way. Like I often hear people saying that I'm able to get a good control of myself. I don't watch I don't use my phone. I'm a very disciplined guy. Yeah, this person could be a disciplined guy, but social media, be it a Facebook, or it could be Insta, it could be YouTube. We spend a lot of time there. Mainly my way of using social media, style of using social media platforms, is that I uninstall every time I am done with it, and when I have to browse it next time, I install it from Play Store. So that's what I do, and it helps me. But every time I'm in like on Facebook, I like Facebook. I'm very disciplined with Facebook. But YouTube, I'm not disciplined. So, I told you that I have disabled YouTube from YouTube application from my phone. And whenever I have to watch a video, I go to the browser and I watch from there. So because it's a lengthy process, it's not that easy. So sometimes I don't feel like doing it. So it's a good thing. But whenever I'm on YouTube, I lose myself.
Like mostly it's a very time consuming thing. Like whenever you just get into it, nothing just come in your mind. You just forget about all those works you have. You just only give the priority to your social media only on that point of time. So I have noticed it, though I have stopped using social medias like Facebook and Insta, but still sometime I think that okay, like everyone is using it, so I should go there. But then I just stop myself. Then I just say myself, I know that I'm not a disciplined person, so I should not go there, because I know that I will be just getting stuck, especially on those videos, the reels and short videos, whatever comes in Facebook and Insta. So it's, as I was saying, that it takes a lot of time. So if you are just getting stuck in it, just remind yourself, you have a lot of work, you are just making them unfinished. So it is very time consuming.
Absolutely. And also you see that our important works are always in the pending playlist, that we often get back to the most important work. And I have seen this kind of thing in me, and ever since I saw that thing in me, I've changed it. The thing is that when I have full energy, my battery is fully charged, I use my phone. And when I feel lethargic, lazy, when I'm getting signal for the low charge, I want to read a book, I want to do most important work. So I saw this kind of symptoms in me, and then I realized, oh my God, I have already developed a very bad habit in just putting my work off and thinking that it is also kind of that we were talking about a couple of minutes ago, that it is the procrastination thing, that we procrastinate a lot. We procrastinate the good things, as Brian Tracy says in his book, Beat That Frog, that we never procrastinate the bad things, right? We should procrastinate social media browsing, time passing. There is a wonderful word in India, it's time pass. I want to time pass. So it's a very bad word anyway, but so for that reason, what I understand from this theory is that it's really important that we become aware of the limited time we have got. Again, we have to go to this philosophy, Stoicism, which says that you will die one day, so let that determine. You may leave the world at any point of time, right? So let that time determine how you speak, how you do, how you say, and how you live your life. So it's a great expression. If you just read it every day, you get motivated a lot. So my question to you is that I want you to share your personal experience, because I know that you don't use Facebook because you got badly affected by it. You realize that social media, like especially Facebook, is the place where you don't get any useful information as a student, but your time is wasted badly. So I just want to know from you your personal experience in your life, that ever since you got your phone, what changes have you seen in your life? And of course, technology brings both bad sides and good sides with it. So how have you dealt with the bad sides, and how were you able to use a good were you able to make a good use of the good sides?
So first of all, I bought my mobile during the coronavirus, because on that particular time I need to do some online classes and I need that mobile. So for that reason I bought it. But what happened, I just got distracted with the other apps except the online thing. I horribly, I didn't used to attend classes, online classes. I used to chat with my friends. It was new to me. I never used smartphone before that. So it was new to me. I was just getting suggestions from a lot of friends of mine. They were just saying, use this app, use Facebook. First suggestion I got, use Facebook. And it's been maybe 1 year I've stopped using Facebook, because what I observed is that particular short videos, I used to get stuck a lot. I used to upload my videos, I used to upload my DPs and all those things. I used to scroll, maybe there isn't anything to see, but I'm just simply going to the app and I'm just simply scrolling that, which is a horrible thing. As I was just saying, that it consumes your time, at the same time it make you indisciplined. It just let you not to do those works which are important for you.
Yes.
And if I talk about this changes, there are a lot of changes in my life happened. Before that, I didn't used to get a lot of scolds from my parents, but ever since I started using mobile, I still get a lot of scolds, because they always just push myself. They always just say that you have to pay attention and study. Just throw your mobile aside. What do you do every single time with your mobile? But then I've started realizing that seriously, it's not that important how I think that it is. Every single time I just think that without my mobile I can't live my life. Maybe there is someone who is waiting for me to message me, who can call me, but at the end I see no one misses me.
Yes.
So that's the hard truth. And my life has changed. Like, of course, as you just said, that technology has good side, at the same time bad side. But I think bad side affected us a lot because we are not disciplined.
Yeah, and at the same time, I have read a research, rather I heard the research is that the social media users are mostly lonely people, and very anxious. Let me explain it. Like what I learned, that they are lonely because the physical interaction was there. Like even if you see when the Facebook came and Facebook came in smartphones, it just been probably 10 years, let's say. So in 10 years, did you see that people have changed drastically? But before that, we had the physical socializing. We used to do the socializing physically, right? So for that reason, we had kind of when you are socializing with the people and looking at their eyes and feeling their vibes around you, it's different from the kind of a thing that you are alone on your screen, your body is not in a proper shape or proper position, and you're doing all sort of things, and the anxiety comes because you have sent probably 5 friend requests to people or 5 messages to others, or maybe you have uploaded 7 photos, and the kind of expectation you have, the likes, comments that you haven't got yet. So yeah, constant some sort of anxiety is there. So for that reason, I think and I agree with the research that yes, and also I have personally felt it, that after using social media, I feel really bad about myself. Like when you have spent 1 hour on social media, you don't realize that you have already spent 1 hour because it's so fast and you are completely immersed into it. And when you get out of it, you feel like you don't have patience, you don't like to do things that are difficult and hard, right? Then you are going through a kind of what can I say, feeling which actually doesn't allow you to do the most important and hard work, right? So yes,
one more thing, like it forces you to fall in a trap of insecurity. Because what happens when you go to social media, it always shows you that how people are happy in their own world more than you. Like they're just buying new clothes, they're just doing this, that, like they're always just trying to show you that how happy they are. And there you feel like, oh my god, like how am I just living my life? Like it's not a life to live properly. So there you get stuck, there you fall in a trap that my life is not good. So there you feel insecurity.
And also Parvati, one more thing that you raised the point, that insecurity, that we know that all the photos and the pictures that are shared on Facebook, they're highly edited and filtered. Despite knowing the fact that they are the filtered and edited photos, we know that the person I'm looking at right now on the Instagram page or Facebook page, this person doesn't look like this. Or if he or she is in this attire, when I look at that person with my open eyes, physical eyes, and when there is no lens at all, there is no filter at all, this person might look different, and obviously he will or she will look different. But we know that, but we are not ready to accept that truth. We want to copy that person. Yeah. And when you and I are reading a very good book, guys, Flow. We are reading the book Flow, and this book actually talks about the kind of hard work when you do, and then you get the happiness. When you lose yourself in doing the work, then you go to a particular state called flow state, and you feel really good about yourself. And there are so many examples, though we haven't finished that book yet, so we can't give the full description of the topic, but definitely we'll be discussing that book too. So I think for that reason, social media is dangerous. But on the other side, you get a lot. I think abundance is good to a certain extent. If you have a lot of things and constantly you are getting information and everything, then our brain, we don't understand how our brain works, so it gets confused. All right, guys, do you want to say anything more?
Yeah, like if I say more, that which we were discussing about, that first topic, English. If you're an English learner, then go and practice, because it's very important. And the last topic, social media, just go away from it, because it's very harmful. It distracts you from the real world.
Yeah, when social media is treated badly, because it is treated badly by majority of the people. That is why we are saying that social media is bad. Of course, there are some wonderful sides of social media, all the social media platforms. If you are capable of using and make a good use of those facilities, your life will be comfortable and amazing. Anyway, guys, so now we have to end our discussions here. So our first topic, second topic, and third topic should be there in the description. Whichever topic you are interested in listening to, please listen, and please let us know your opinion on the topics that we have discussed. And we feel really happy and appreciated when you leave a comment. And yes, that's our motto, that's our purpose, that we bring videos on our channel. I should not say it's my channel, it's our channel. My students and I are just trying hard, and I hope you people have watched Raja and Sanjana's performance. They have just completed 4 or 5 months in my class, and they are speaking good English. My job is to boost their confidence. Also, I'm learning with them, okay? I don't consider myself to be a teacher or a trainer. I am a student as well, and I feel really ecstatic when my students are around. So that's the thing. So if you want to, again, I just have to repeat the same thing. If you think that we are working really good, then you have to just do one thing. You have to subscribe to this channel, and if you like this video, hit the like button. And one more thing, just do one thing. Call me on this number 9614947480. Also, the email is there, you can see on the screen. Email ID, you can contact me on these handles. And yeah, till then, you take care and have a good day, and be safe. Keep practicing.